Welcome to the Math Map Things I Wish I Knew Before Starting video. We are wrapping up our first year with the Math Map. My youngest is wrapping up digits and my eldest is wrapping up integers. I'm a foundations tutor and my husband Tristan is a math instructor at a university for both undergraduate and graduate levels. Hopefully this video will give you some helpful tips on preparing to use the Math Map in your homeschool day. There is an adjustment period finding your Math Map rhythm, just like with any new homeschool curriculum or new homeschool year. So give yourself time and grace as you find your rhythm. The things I wish I knew before starting the Math Map on my first tour. Firstly, the first week, Ex Nihilo, is different from all the other weeks. Do not judge the Math Map curriculum based on week 1. It is more of an instructional guide with lots of examples. It is a great start. I wouldn't skip it, but just know that it is very, very different from all the other weeks. My next piece of advice: do the Math Map at a time of day when you and your students are your best. Maybe that's the first thing in the morning after breakfast, or maybe it needs to be the last subject of the day so that you're completely done for the day afterwards. It may take a few days or weeks before you find when is the best time of day to do the Math Map for you and your students, but this is worth attending to. For us, we had breakfast, then we had Bible and hymn time, and then we went straight into our Math Map time with a much needed and well-deserved recess and maybe snack afterwards. My next piece of advice, especially if this is your first tour, allow yourself the freedom to do what you can each week. You do not have to be a completionist to implement and enjoy the Math Map. I was trying to do all 16 lesson pages, the careful calculations page, and the game on the back each and every week. Some weeks we rocked it. Other weeks it just wasn't possible. There are 2 strategies on how to work the practice pages. You can find the written explanations in the week 1 booklet on page 13 at the top. Strategies for practice pages. For the most part, we enjoyed doing 4 lesson pages a day in order, which would be considered the spiral method. If our week was busier, we focused on pages 1, 5, 9, and 13, which would be the mastery method. I liked doing the careful calculations page on our day 4 each week and not saving it for later. That's just me. You might enjoy saving it all for assessment, but I really liked ending each week on the careful calculations page. The point being, the Math Map is a smorgasbord each week. You do not have to complete it 100% each week. So don't feel guilty. Please don't feel guilty or burdened when you don't do it all. There were weeks when we did it all, and there were weeks that we didn't. So allow your Math Map journey to be fluid on a week-by-week basis. Our goal on our first tour was to memorize at least 1 math term, list of parts, or definition each week. Next, the charts. The chart pages are the same for all domains. These are the blue charts, and they are numbered C, the lesson booklet week, and 1, 2, 3, 4. The charts are the same for all domains. You do not have to memorize. In fact, don't. You are not supposed to memorize these charts. I mean, you can, but that would be overwhelming, right? That's not what they're intended for. Let me just put it that way. The chart pages typically correspond to the lesson pages. Think of the lesson pages in sets of 4. So when you work through pages 1 through 4, typically chart page 1 helps you with lesson page 1. Chart page 2 helps you typically with lesson page 2. Chart page 3 for lesson page 3, and chart page 4 for lesson page 4. If you want to just focus on one chart page at a time, you can do the first page of each set. Lesson pages 1, 5, 9, and 13 correspond to chart page 1. Lesson pages 2, 6, 10, and 14 typically correspond to chart page 2. Lesson pages 3, 7, 11, and 15 typically correspond to chart page 3. And lesson pages 4, 8, 12, and 16 typically correspond to chart page 4. And that method is considered the mastery method, where you look at one concept or one chart page at a time and do those corresponding lesson pages. And those methods can be confusing and overwhelming at first, so give yourself time and grace as you find your rhythm and decide which method you want to use, staying fluid on a week-by-week basis. Next, the solutions pages. I used to think that it was cheating to look at the solutions in a math book before I solved it on my own. I flash back to 7th grade almost immediately when I see the solutions pages. The truth of the matter is, it's not cheating to look at the solutions. Starting with the solution and working backwards is a legitimate strategy to learn and figure out mathematical concepts. In fact, several times my daughter would be stuck on a question and would turn to find that question in the solutions pages, saw the solution, and would have a light bulb moment and say, "Oh, I get it now," or "Oh, I see." So using the solutions pages before you solve it yourself is not cheating. My youngest occasionally would turn to the solutions immediately and have convenient copy work. So I did monitor her use of the solutions pages a bit more, but it is a skill that she developed to find the solution to the question she was on. It helped me a lot to learn that it is not cheating for a student to look at the solutions pages when stuck on a math problem. My funnest piece of advice is have fun learning. Seek out ways to make math learning fun. If you, as the lead learner, are having fun, chances are your kids are too. If you're not having fun, chances are your kids are not either. We all learn more when we're enjoying the learning process. And that's why we created our new grammar videos with songs and hand motions. We want math learning with the Math Map to be fun. To see our playlist of new grammar for the Math Map set to fun songs, check out our playlist in the description box below. You can also check out our week-by-week playlist with suggestions on fun books to read about math topics we're learning that week, and some suggestions for hands-on manipulatives. And last, but certainly not least, start and end your math map time with prayer. I learned to start with prayer, praying for the Lord to guide our math map time, to till the soil of our hearts to receive truth, and for us all to have teachable spirits, including myself as a lead learner. If you are about to embark on your second tour with the Math Map, what are some things you wish you knew before starting? Please share your words of wisdom, experience, and encouragement in the comments below. You can do the Math Map and you can enjoy it. You can have fun learning with the Math Map. If you want to see how we did the Math Map, check out the link to our video that details how a typical Math Map week went on our first tour. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching, and have fun learning.